everyone, I'm Mark Sievers and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I have been celebrating the launch of my new cookbook, French Omelettes, Your New House Meal. And this is one of those recipes that is kind of like a twofer. I love recipes that you can make one component or one dish and serve it two different ways. So today I'm going to show you how to make a citrus olive tapenade, which is synonymous in France, especially in Provence, because it's filled with black olives and lots of herbs. And you can use it on a crostini or some baguette for an hors d'oeuvre, but I'm going to show you how to top an omelet with it, which is so delicious. That briny olive, lots of herbs, it pairs perfectly with my omelets. So let me give you a little overhead of exactly what I have going on. So I have 6 ounces, just a can of pitted black olives that I've drained, and I've put those into a bowl, and now I'm gonna add really delicious things to this. So I'm gonna start with adding some mustard. This is Dijon mustard. I need about a teaspoon. All of these measurements are at marcsievers.com, so don't worry about having to write anything down. I've got you covered. Then I'm gonna add some sun-dried tomatoes. I like the ones packed in olive oil. I think they have much more flavor, and the olive oil gets into the tapenade or your other recipes and adds more flavor. And then you also get, at the end, when the jar is empty, a beautiful flavored olive oil. So it's kind of like a win-win for everybody. So this is about 1.5 tablespoons of just roughly chopped sun-dried tomatoes packed in oil. Then I'm going to add some thyme. I have some beautiful thyme from my farmer's market, actually. I was fortunate enough to have the farmer's market in my neighborhood yesterday, and I went and got some beautiful herbs. So this is I need about a teaspoon of finely minced fresh thyme leaves. So that looks about right. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's perfect. So in those go. I love when you start mincing fresh herbs. It automatically smells so fantastic. And then I have some flat leaf Italian parsley, and I need about 1 tablespoon of roughly chopped Italian parsley. This is perfect. Take out that stem. I'm a very messy cook, as you can see. You should see my kitchen when I'm recipe testing. It gets a little crazy sometimes. So in goes about 1 tablespoon of roughly chopped flat leaf Italian parsley. And then I need some lemon zest. And what I'm gonna do is, you can use a rasp, or this is another great way of just getting some lemon zest. If you don't have a rasp or a microplane, you can just cut off just the bright yellow part and then finely mince it, finely cut it into little strips. This is what my grandmother used to do. We didn't have microplanes growing up. Now you can get them in grocery stores, cookware shops, all kinds of places, online. I've even seen them at hardware stores. But this is how you can get some beautiful lemon zest without having specialty equipment. So just a knife and a cutting board. And the idea is that you want just the bright outside of that gorgeous lemon, because that's where all of the essential oils are, and that's where all the flavor is. So that's perfect. We can just put that in. It's about 1/2 teaspoon-ish of fresh lemon zest. And then some salt, beautiful salt. That's just some coarse sea salt. And then some freshly cracked black pepper. How gorgeous. You can see my kitchen towel is all stained from the sun-dried tomato oil, but that's okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna use a pastry blender for this. We're gonna move this over here, give it some breathing room here. So a lot of recipes call to make tapenades in the food processor. I actually like it better if you grind it with a pastry blender or a couple forks. I think the texture is better. It's kind of more coarsely chopped. And if you put it in the processor, it can get kind of watery and too pureed like baby food. We don't want baby food here. We want really delicious, chunky, luxurious olive tapenade. So from here, you can see that still a little, get that, kind of pound it a little bit more. In Provence, they do this in a big bowl with, I've seen it done in France and in Provence in a big bowl with a big mallet, kind of like a mortar and pestle. But look how beautiful that is. This is so gorgeous. I love how beautiful this is, and nice and chunky. So now we're gonna go into the kitchen and we're gonna make a French omelet so that we can top this with. So French omelettes, this is really, really exciting. So it uses really simple ingredients of my 30-second technique, which is all about fabulous ingredients like 2 extra large eggs that I'm just gonna give a little whisk here. I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And that's it for the eggs. So let me give you a little overhead view of exactly what I have going on. So I have my 10-inch non-stick skillet, and I use a Calphalon Contemporary 10-inch non-stick pan. I love this pan so much. I've been using it for, I don't know, I think like 10 or 12 years, it seems like. And I have it set over the highest heat possible. So typically when you make protein, when you cook protein, you want to cook it kind of low and slow. But my 30-second technique for the perfect French omelet is actually done high and fast. And then I have beautiful butter. This is gorgeous European butter. I'm going to taste it because why not? So good. European butter has higher fat content, which has more flavor. And it's now readily available at the grocery stores. You can get Irish butter, French butter, European style butter. So splurge a little bit. Oh, and you can see, look how gorgeous this tapenade is. This is so beautiful. I can't wait to have this on an omelet. This is also the stage that you could put the tapenade onto some toasted baguette, and that will be perfect. So let's see, my pan is heating up here. This is nice and hot, and in goes my butter. And I'm gonna put a little bit more. I like my omelets to be nice and buttery. You want to use really good butter because butter is an ingredient in French omelets. You actually do taste it. So as you can see, I'm just swirling it around the pan. Look how beautiful and bright yellow that butter is. It's going to be so delicious. So what I'm looking for is I don't want to brown the butter. I want the butter to start to foam up. The milk solids are kind of dissipating a little bit. And you can smell it. The smell of butter melting for some reason is just one of those amazing things that never gets old. So you want to be careful not to brown the butter. So I'm just kind of looking and watching, and that looks about ready. So when I pour in my eggs, I'm going to pour them in directly into the center of the butter, and I'm going to wait just 5, 6, 7 seconds until the edges start to cook a little bit. You can see the edges are kind of getting white. Once that happens, I'm just going to swirl it around. And look how quickly these eggs are coming together. They're coagulating, they're getting nice and tender, they're keeping their color. Then right about this point, I'm going to jerk the pan forward, fold it onto itself just like that. Turn off the heat, grab the pan, invert the omelet right onto a dinner plate, and voila. If it's not perfectly folded, you can kind of tidy it up a little bit just like that. Nobody's going to know. Look at how now it's a perfect French omelet. I learned that little technique from Julia Child. So now on this omelet, I'm going to put this gorgeous tapenade. You don't need a lot. You just need a little bit right across the top here. And that heat from the omelet will warm it up. Isn't this so earthy and gorgeous? I love it. You can put some more fresh herbs if you want, some Parmesan cheese. You could even do some beautiful arugula on top of that. And that's it, my friends. That is the perfect French omelet with citrus olive tapenade. So let's have a little taste. Let's have a little taste of this gorgeous. Oh, it's hot too. So Get some omelet, some tapenade. It fell off my fork. It's briny. It has lots of flavor. You can really taste the lemon. Lemon and eggs are so delicious together. I would say that is one really chic French omelet with citrus olive tapenade. Head over to marcsievers.com for this full written recipe and other information about my new book, French Omelettes, Your New House Meal, and I'll see you next time. Subscribe to the video, like my channel, do all of the things that you were supposed to do so that you are notified as soon as videos of mine come out. Au revoir for now. So good. Hot. Dipping in a glass of champagne. Champagne. Bye, guys.